Hello, everybody. Hope you guys have had a wonderful Monday and Tuesday. And now we're going to talk about math. We're continuing with 2D shapes and 3D shapes. And I have a couple of shapes to show you tonight. Right here is my little chart for 2D.
3D.
Yep, for 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So as you can see right here, 2D shapes are typical shapes that you see when you're drawing. So triangle, circle, square, rectangle, trapezoid, hexagon, pentagon. Those are your 2D shapes. Those mean that those shapes are flat. They are not solid. They are flat. That is two big words that you should remember. 2D shapes are flat, okay? And 3D shapes are solid. 2D shapes, flat. Do it with me. 2D shapes, flat, okay? Now, 3D shapes are objects that we see all around us. They are not flat. So if you see a 3D shape, if you see a shape and it's flat, then it is not a 3D shape. Okay? If you see a shape like a square or a triangle that it is flat, then it is not a 3D shape. Examples of 3D shapes are spheres, rectangular prisms, cylinders, cubes, and cones. For example, this is a ball.
It's like a sphere.
Yeah. So balls are not flat, right? This is way not flat. This is solid. Mm-hmm.
Solid.
This is solid. Okay, so this is a 3D shape because it is a solid shape and it is not flat. What is the name of this typical shape?
If you say sphere, you are correct.
If you said sphere, you are correct. This is a sphere. A sphere has no corners.
No corners.
No edges. No edges.
And no faces.
No faces. Faces are the sides of a 3D shape, but they have to be flat. So for example, look at this cube. Square is flat, just one flat side and four corners. But a cube is not flat. It is solid. However, do you see right here? This is a cube's face. It does look like a square, right? The face. This is flat. But this is another face right here. And then another face right here. And then another face right here. A face is always flat, but it makes up in a 3D shape, all of this, okay? Then you have the edges, which are all of these lines right here. Lines, edges, 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 edges. In a 2D shape, we call edges sides.
Yeah.
A square has 4 sides, but here, this cube does not only have 4 edges. And then we have corners, right? In a 2D shape, a square has corners,
like
right?
A square.
Yeah. How many corners does a square have?
If you're 4, you're correct.
You gotta let them think, though.
Okay.
Gotta give them a little bit of time, okay, teacher?
Okay.
Okay. If you said 4, then you are correct in a 2D shape. However, a cube does not just have 4 vertices. Remember vertices or vertex? Those are like corners. A cube has more than 4 vertices. This is one vertex, one vertex, one vertex, and one vertex. That's just on the top side.
Yeah.
So we have 4 vertices on the top. Then if I turn this over,
There's
1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay, so if you did today's work Tuesday, then you should have done pages 4 and 5. right here. These are the things that we talked about today.
C.
Yep, got it. So if you had B, A, and C as your answers, then you're correct, my friends. All right, let's move on. Then we have this questionnaire here. Destiny has been learning the attributes of shapes. Attributes is like, how do you describe them? Well, spheres have no faces. It has a curved surface because this is all curved, right? Cubes have 8 faces, 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 4 edges on one side. 4 edges, that's 8 edges. They have 1, 2, 3. Wait, 8 edges? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. Cubes have 12 edges. And then you have the points, the corners, or the vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are all called, everything we just said, how many faces it has, how many edges it has, all of these are called attributes. That's what we called attributes. So you have to check which one applies to this cube right here. Do you see that this is not flat? That is a drawing of a cube. That is a 3D shape. So why is the shape not a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral are shapes that have 4 edges, 4 corners, 4 sides. That sounds to me like a flat, okay? Flat shape. Is this a flat shape?
No, it's a solid shape.
It's a solid shape, so it's a 3D shape. So I would definitely check the first one because it says it is 3-dimensional. Keep going on the others and check only the ones that describe what kind of shape this is, a cube. Only the ones that describe it. For Wednesday, your job is to identify where do these shapes go right here. All of these shapes, where do these shapes go? Triangles. For example, I need to find a triangle. What are the attributes of a triangle? Well, I know that a triangle has 3 sides and
3 corners.
Yep, 3 sides, 3 corners, or 3 sides, 3 angles, right? Which of these shapes have 3 sides, 3 corners? Let's see. Not G, that's too many. That's too many. That has no sides. What about A? Let's see A. A has 1, 2, 3 corners, and it has 1, 2, 3 sides.
Yeah, so that might be a triangle.
That is definitely a triangle because it matches all the things that a triangle needs to be. So I would write this letter A up here where it says triangles. Right here where it says triangles, that's where you're going to write letter A. Okay? And you're going to do that with the quadrilaterals. And quadrilaterals, remember, quadrilaterals are shapes that have 4 sides, 4 corners, okay? Those are quadrilaterals. They are flat, okay? So find all the quadrilaterals. Then you're going to find the pentagons. Pentagons are shapes that have 5 sides, 5 corners, okay? Hexagons are shapes that have 6 sides, 6 corners. And cubes, they don't have sides. They have edges, and they have faces, and they have vertices, which kind of are like their corners, but they're called vertices. Okay, that is your job for Wednesday. And again, if you have any issues Any questions, please, you can tell your parents that you need to ask me a question, and I will make myself available to you. Okay, and the last thing you have to do for Wednesday is identify the shapes. Okay, you have to fill in these sentences. You have to complete the sentences. I have angles. How many angles does this shape have? Then you have to say, I am a, is it a triangle? Is it a quadrilateral? Is it a pentagon? Is it a hexagon? Let me tell you, number 1, 2, and 3, they all look like what kind of shapes? Flat 2D or solid 3D? What kind of shapes do 1, 2, and 3 look like?
Flat.
Flat. But number 4
It's like a cube.
looks like a cube. See?
3.
Cube. I have another cube right here. Kind of like the Rubik's Cube that you guys love so much. That is the perfect example of a cube. All right, so you're going to fill in and complete the blanks for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember that when you're talking about cubes and faces, this is one face. All of this is one face right here. Okay, this is another face right here. Right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's another face. And then you have yet another face right here. All of these are faces, but you have to get the example of a cube so you count the correct sides, the correct faces. Okay, so that is all for math today. Remember, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. All right? My sphere and I say goodbye. And Annabella says
Goodbye.
bye, guys.